Alright, I like Portal. I play Portal. I played both games. Beat Portal 1 in 30 minutes. That doesn't matter. Why did I say that? Anyway, this is a theory. Okay, my theory is that in Portal 1, you kill Wheatley. Yeah. Oh, but AMR, Wheatley came into the Portal series in Portal 2. No, he didn't. And I have proof. Basically, in Portal 1, after you wake up, okay, basically some background. You wake up in a science lab called Aperture Science in 2010. You have to go through some tests, and you are promised cake as a reward. But the cake is a lie! Anyway, you go through the tests, and then eventually you find something called the Aperture Science Handheld Portal Device, aka the Portal Gun. And you only have one color portal for it, which is blue. So the orange portal is still being generated by Aperture. So you start going through the test chambers, and eventually you find the other half of the portal gun. Cool, big deal. Anyway, at test chamber 19, you are basically at the end. GLaDOS promises you the cake. You get through the chamber, which is not as hard as people say. But then, you turn the corner, and there it is, a big incinerator. GLaDOS is about to kill you. You escape. You go through the backgrounds of Aperture Science. And then you find her. You find GLaDOS. GLaDOS has 4 spheres attached to her called cores. There is the Intelligence/Cake core, the Curiosity core, the Anger core, and the Morality core. This is the one that we're focusing on. The Morality core is the first one that you incinerate. You don't have to do anything to get that off of her, but after you incinerate the Morality core, GLaDOS gets more evil. She starts trying to kill you with a missile. Yeah, a rocket turret. Wow, my phone turned off and the video kept going. You have to use portals to get the rockets to launch at her and use other things that she taught you to get through the chambers. After the rocket keeps hitting her and you incinerate the cores, what happens is GLaDOS starts to explode. And in 2010, when the game was released, what happened after you did this was you would land in the Aperture Science parking lot. And then your eyes would close and the credits would roll. But when they started working on Portal 2, this changed. You would land on the parking lot, and then after that, a robot would start dragging you back in, called the Aperture Science Party Something Robot. I don't know. Anyways, this robot was important because when you escape the incinerator, GLaDOS sets free to wait there while the party escort machine position, that's what it's called. She tells you to wait there while the party escort machine position brings you to the cake. That's obviously a lie, because the cake is a lie. Anyways, the robot drags you back in, and you are saved by someone called Doug Ratman after you are put back into the sleep thing. Anyway, you wake up, you do a quick test, and then you go back to sleep. But the reserve power runs out, and you are stuck there in a suspended sleep, not aging, not dying, nothing. You are not dead or alive. And you are stuck like that for 10,000 years, thanks to someone saving you named Doug Ratman. He turned on the reserve power directly to your room, and when that ran out, you wake up 10,000 years later in the year 12,010. You hear knocking at your door, so you go to check it, and it's a little robot with a blue eye who's on some kind of rail hanging from the ceiling. His name is Wheatley. Why is this important? Because you killed him in the first game! Woo! He helps you start running through the rundown version of Aperture Science. he moves the room through a series of other rooms with people who are now unfortunately dead for tens of thousands of years. Never mind, 10,000 years, not tens of thousands. He's about to get you to the loading dock that he can dock your room to, and you two can escape. But he messes up, and he's 500 feet above the dock, and he slams you into a wall. He says, "Hold on while I override this wall." He smashes you through the wall. And then you're back in the first test chamber from the first game. No, not even that. You're in the room that you woke up in the first game. And it's completely destroyed. You go to the first test chamber. It's mostly destroyed too. And you go through that, you go through a few more, and there it is. The portal gun. Now, after this, you keep on going through Aperture Science, through different parts. And then you find her. GLaDOS. Dead, shut down for 10,000 years. Wheatley is nervous, and he's telling you, if she wakes up, you're both dead. You go right past her, and then you find the portal gun. Go through quite a few more test chambers, and now you've messed up. You're somehow going back up to GLaDOS's chamber, and you flipped some switches along the way on accident, thanks to Wheatley. And then you hear that the power sequence was activated. GLaDOS is now powering on. Wheatley tries 3 different codes. Actually, I think it was 2. To try to shut down GLaDOS. Try to stop the power-up. But it doesn't work. GLaDOS wakes up and then says her lines. "Oh, it's you. It's been a long time. How have you been? I've been really busy being dead. You know, after you murdered me. But let's part our differences aside us. For science, you monster." And then GLaDOS picks you up and drops you down the same incinerator that you used to kill her in the first game. You have to try not to trip over pieces of her that weren't fully destroyed and melted down. You find the dual portal gun with both portals, and you get sent through the new chambers that GLaDOS created. You go through this for about an hour or 2, and then you find her again. But this time, she's about to kill you. She has the neurotoxin tube lowering down into the room that you're stuck in. And then a little ball of idiot comes rolling down the tube and breaks the glass. It's Wheatley. So you pick up Wheatley, you plug him into a machine, and then you have to find a way to actually get to a button. You press that button, and now Wheatley is the big, powerful robot of Aperture Science. And GLaDOS is a potato. Yeah. GLaDOS is turned by Wheatley into a potato battery. That's not humiliating at all. Oh, it is pretty funny. After Wheatley is talking about how he's now the big, strong Aperture robot, GLaDOS starts talking. She talks about how the scientists that built her powered her on, and she immediately went crazy. They put 3 cores on to try to control her. The anger core, the curiosity core, and the intelligence core. These all failed, and she corrupted them. Made it so that they didn't work how they did before. And they added one final core. The morality core. The purple-eyed core that stayed silent the whole time. She said that it had a voice that gave her bad ideas and dumbed her down. It was his voice. Wheatley was the morality core. So in the rundown, you kill GLaDOS, destroying the morality core first. Second game, GLaDOS is alive, find out Wheatley was the morality core. Wheatley was the morality core, the first one that you dropped into the incinerator and destroyed. You killed Wheatley in Portal 1. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.